Okay, here we are. We're in the shop this morning. It's a really nice Sunday morning. It's really cool out. It's good working weather. We're going to go ahead and proceed with getting the roof tubes in, the brow bar in, and the cross braces that go across the roof, and get those tacked in, get everything squared up, and sort of get the tubes in their final location, so that I can move on to throwing axles underneath this thing and start figuring out wheelbase, link geometry, link length, and then build in. I think at that point I'm going to build in the front end, and then I'll build in the rear end. All right, here we go. Here we are. We are up at the roof line here on the chassis, and I wanted to just record what I'm doing here. So I think at this point what I figured out is this roof line, or the roof tube fixture that I made, is in the way for a couple of reasons. It's not allowing me to put this cross tube in, or the center tube that goes from the back to the middle of the brow bar. It's not allowing me to put that in because the reliefs are not deep enough with the angle at the front, because that tube bends down. So I'm gonna have to probably go ahead and pull these out and reconfigure that relief in there for the next time I do it. What I've done, because this thing it's pretty complicated right here. Not only do we have these joints coming into a bend on the A-pillar, but this brow bar tube has got to be rotated downward so that it matches this plane of the A-pillar. And so I've got this piece, I've got it all squared up. I've got this piece of tubing across there to hold this bend at that plane, because if I just leave it, if I just set it in there, it wants to rotate downward more. So I've got that in there, just holding that. And so I'm going to go ahead and get this tacked in. It's all squared up. I'm happy with where it is. I'm going to get it tacked in so that it will stay in place. And then I think what I'm going to do is pull these fixtures out and come back in with the brace tubes and get those fitted in there. But I think I'm on to something here now. I was really kind of getting frustrated whenever I closed out that last video, because things just weren't lining up. I was sort of fighting this thing was in the way. It's really, at this point, it served its purpose as far as helping me stabilize these tubes, which establish the actual roof line in the cab, A-pillar, B-pillar. It's served its purpose as of now. I've got to make some adjustments to it, but it's time to pull it out so I can finish out the roof, the brace tubes, and move forward. So that's where we're at right now. Okay, this is where we're at. I spent quite a bit of time this morning working on this brow bar and getting this center tube in, getting it lined out to where it's level and about the same angle as the roof line. So I'm going to call that a success, even though I spent a bunch of time doing this. Last time I did a chassis at Stryker 3, I had to cut 3 of these brow bars before I got that notch at the corners right. And I believe I had to do at least 2 of these center bars before I got the bend and this notch correct to where the height was acceptable for that roof line. So I'm really happy with that. I've contemplated just making this roof bar straight because of how difficult it is to put this thing in here bent. But I'm really glad that I decided to go with the bent brow bar. So next I'm going to do the other 2 roof brace bars in there, and then if I have enough time I'll move on to the A-pillar supports that go here up to here and back up this node here. So anyway, that's where we're at. It's been one of those days where I just put my headphones in, turn on some good music, and get after it. I haven't got any B-roll or time-lapse footage, but making progress nonetheless. All right, here we go. All right, we are wrapping it up for the day. We have completed the roof tubes. We've got our center tube in there and the 2 brace tubes. We've got the upper X and post tacked in. And we've got A-pillar supports. Some people call them B-pillar, A-pillar, B-pillar, C-pillar. Some people call A-pillar, B-pillar, A-pillar support. Anyway, got those tacked in, got those notched and tacked in, and I'm really excited to move this chassis back on the table a little bit and start working on figuring out the front end and the front axle, link geometry, and then move it to the back end. I've already got a rear axle ready to go. I don't know if you can see it. It's a fabricated 9-inch housing that I built about 2 years ago. And I built that all here in the shop. And then I have the center section for the front, but I didn't put the tubes on it yet because I didn't know what width I wanted to go with, and I didn't know what my transfer case situation would be. So yeah, I'm really happy with the way things went today. It was one of those days where I think I said it earlier, where you just put your headphones on, turn on some music and go, and everything went really well today. So no wasted tube, no cussing. And anyway, it was a good day. So stay tuned for the next one. We'll have some axles jigged up underneath this thing, and we're going to start playing with link geometry and links and lengths and wheelbase, and anyway, we'll keep on rolling. Thanks for watching. If you like these videos, please like, subscribe, and share them. Go to the Tack One Fab website and buy a hat, buy some cups, buy a t-shirt, buy a hoodie, and support the website. Appreciate it, guys.